Welcome, everybody. I don't even want to do an introduction. I've stopped doing intros. You guys do intros?
No, we like to just chat, and then eventually we're like, here we are.
Yeah. You just feel like, am I just watching? That is like, you just roll into the conversation.
Oh my gosh, it's so organic. We've
better.
just been chatting for hours.
Yeah.
In this room. We've never left.
I just got back from Canada. The
Oh,
land
did
of
you?
the North.
Oh my gosh. Did you get some syrups?
Did you blow some smoke over here?
I went to Canada, and it is amazing how just American adjacent they are.
Yeah, they're like, I feel like I'm going to be wrong for saying this because they could probably say it on the other side, but it's America weird.
Yes,
just
it
everything's
is.
like
It's like
a
Twilight Zone.
Yeah, you're like, you feel like American, but something's off and I can't put my finger on it.
America
Yeah, they're like,
light, for
sorry.
sure.
Yeah.
sorry. They apologize for everything, and they just walk in the middle of the street. That was like we rented a car. We're driving through Halifax, and they are so pedestrian heavy.
Wow.
That people just don't even look. They just go into the middle of the street. And you just see people just slamming their brakes, and they'll be like, sorry. Pedestrians
wow.
first. Just an
I've never
incredible
been
place.
to Nova Scotia. I've only been to Montreal. So that's my only experience with Canada, which Montreal, I do feel like it feels like a touch European.
Yes.
It is. Well, everything's in French. All the signs are in French.
It's very French.
Yeah. I always thought it was weird because they like to conserve it or whatever you want to say, make sure it stays
Montreal,
there.
for sure.
Yeah. But then you're like, yeah, but y'all weren't the original people here.
Right. They're very into their French heritage.
But they have a very conflicted viewpoint of like their own history because the Queen of England is on their money. Everything is like the Royal Queen Theatre, you know?
Yeah.
But then they speak French.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know.
But then they look white.
What's
I don't
going
know what team
on?
they're on. Yeah. And they all wear plaid. Everyone wears plaid.
Oh, yeah. They love it.
Yeah, they
They
love
love it.
They love
It's the
plaid.
perfect little get up to go out and tap some sap.
Yes.
Get that syrup.
And
I don't know
have
how they make
any-
it.
There's not many foods in Canada that are like light walking around foods. Everything is like nuts,
gravy,
herbs.
Hearty,
cheese, yeah,
hearty.
carbs.
The ham and split pea soup. Ooh, yummy.
Is that a thing?
That's a traditional French Canadian food.
Ham and what?
Split pea soup with like ham.
What color is it?
Green.
Green. Yeah.
That sounds
With like a little Canadian bacon.
Yeah.
Ooh, yummy.
I do like split pea soup.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love a soup.
I was off on pea soup just on the title.
Really?
Just
Oh my
premise
gosh.
alone.
I used to
I get
make
it.
my own. I
Yeah.
would make my own in the slow cooker and then I would cut up big hunks of mozzarella and I put it in there.
Yeah.
Oh, yummy.
cheese pea soup.
Cheese pea.
Yeah, cheese peas. I like a good pasta primavera with peas in it and
Oh,
cheese.
yummy. Ooh, creamy.
Pasta
Yeah.
primavera, which is just pasta and
spring vegetables.
Yeah.
Yes.
snap peas.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
snap pea and a regular
Asparagus.
pea. The peas that you see like in a pea soup come out of what? A pea pod.
Those are like split green peas.
Those
and
are flatter.
Those are,
Yeah.
they're technically, I think, like a lentil or something.
This is very lady
It's
journey.
very lady journey. The minutia of beans. Or
Pea universe.
the pea universe. Well, like snap peas or like green peas, those are a vegetable. But these are like a legume. These are
Yeah,
actually
There can't be a
legumes.
difference between a snap pea and a regular pea.
Oh my God.
Different
yes.
Yeah.
Different. They're ones, I think peas are a legume. Like the peas in pea soup, like green peas, right? They're very similar to like lentils and
You're telling me
almost
a
like
pea isn't a
peanuts.
vegetable?
I feel like we're getting a lot of hate.
I know.
Wait, how could a pea?
Please
wait,
do
a pea
not
and pea
clap
soup?
back at us for our
pea.
pea
So if you
definitions.
have carrots and peas, that's not a vegetable. That's a carrot is a vegetable, and then a pea is like a nut.
A pea, no, peas are vegetables. Like green peas are vegetables.
Okay.
Like snap and like green peas, like snap peas or like snow peas. Those are all veggies.
But which
But
one isn't?
Split peas, like dried peas.
Oh,
Yeah, like dried peas. Those are the type of peas that you get with pea soup.
Yeah. They're
so
sweeter.
I hope a scientist writes in and corrects me. I dare you
Probably
to write
right.
in with your
God.
science.
I can't spell. I'm terrible spelling.
Now, what's your top?
dyslexic.
What's your top 3 soups?
My top 3 soups?
Yeah.
French onion, king of
Oh,
soups.
I love a French onion. Oh,
Yeah.
amazing. Oh,
French onion, I think, is the king of soups. I'll hit you with a clam chowder number 2.
Really?
New
Okay.
England or Manhattan?
New England.
Okay.
I know, why does Manhattan even come into conversation?
Yeah, it's-
I did bring it up though, but
I don't love a
understand.
Manhattan.
get it out of here.
Yes, please.
The one benefit I will say that I've come around a little bit, I would never have anything other than a New England clam chowder. But there is something about the clam chowder with the red base, which is that's
Manhattan.
That's the Manhattan, yeah.
Manhattan clam chowder, that you can make it spicy, which I do appreciate.
Okay,
that.
a
Okay.
little kind of like Bloody Mary-ish. Like
Yeah.
I will say I love a lobster bisque.
I like a lobster
You
bisque.
put that in the top 3?
Oh no. I'm saying it's kind of comparable to the Manhattan clam chowder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't-
My top 3, I will say tomato basil.
Yes.
Up
Because you
there.
can dip your grilled cheese in there.
my
very simple soup.
Oh, I love it. I love a tomato basil. Like a creamy, really more like a bisque.
Yeah.
What was
do you
your
go-
third one?
Chicken noodle.
Oh, chicken noodle. Yeah, I like a chicken noodle, but
But I'll spread my
Not-
wings a little bit, and you'll watch
Okay.
me fly on my chicken soup. I will say
Okay.
chicken soup still is like, you can have a chicken-based ramen. still a chicken
oh
soup.
yeah, love
Yeah.
ramen. Yum.
I'll go wide with my noodle
Okay.
variables.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
even like a pho soup, pho or pho,
Yeah.
that's still a chicken soup. That's just a
True,
Yes.
true.
It's an Asian chicken soup.
I
Yeah.
love a pho
So
though.
I put grandma's chicken soup and like a chicken ramen all in the same bucket as chicken soup top 3 for sure.
Yeah, but
Gotcha.
calling chicken, if you call pho chicken soup, it's a faux pas. Thank you. That was a little hard to get out.
People are tiling out. What did you have in your top 3?
Oh, I think tomato basil's in there.
Love it.
And then the other 2, I like a chowder. I like a Manhattan. I like a corn.
Yeah. Oh, love a corn chowder.
Yeah.
I was going to
Can you
mention
put
that
all
one.
chowders into one bucket? I was gonna say I'll give you all that as one. I won't even make you pick 2.
Thank you. Because I
Yes,
agree with you because
very
it's cream
generous.
based. But sometimes I'm like, I made corn chowder and then I'm like, I think I'm eating baby food.
Yeah, it's
A
kind
lot
like
of soup can get baby
creamed
food
corn.
material. Yeah. I was into would make beet soup.
Ooh.
You can make a soup
like
with
a-
any root vegetable,
like a
basically.
borscht, kind of.
Yeah, meaning I would just put, the base onions with an oil, butter maybe, and then a stock, vegetable or chicken, and then you puree the beets, and then do a little creme fraiche
Oh, yummy.
in there. Yeah.
delicious.
Swirl. Almost
Or-
like a latte.
Yeah, I like a squash soup.
Oh yeah, love
Butternut
a butternut
squash soup?
Ooh,
Yeah.
yummy.
I got heavy into soups during COVID.
Oh
Of
yeah.
course.
People were like bread baking, but I got a crock
Pot?
pot. I was
Yeah.
gonna say crock top, which is a different,
Yeah.
whole different thing. I
That's a
wore
different
crock
journey.
top while crock potting, and I was loving the soup making process. And I had plenty of time. I
Yeah.
was doing lots of slow cooking.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, a pork shoulder has to be the least valuable part of any animal on earth. It's like $3. You get like this 10-pound thing. Throw it in the crock pot. 10 hours later, you got a
Unbelievable.
taco, you can
Yeah.
make it whatever you want with it.
Oh, I love it. I made a great chili this weekend. I do just a little ground beef, onions, and then no beans. I don't do any beans. I do
Beanless chili?
beanless chili. I do diced.
I don't like beans in my chili either.
It's too much because you're already eating like a big thing of ground beef, so I just do the veggies like red pepper, zucchini, and then corn. And then little beef stock, little tomato, crushed tomato, and then the seasonings in the slow cooker, 4 hours. And then, I love chili. Even it was hot. I said I wanted chili because I just really want a vessel for like the chips.
Yeah, I like it with saltines and cheddar cheese and some white onion
I was
in
gonna say
there.
what
Oh,
your
yeah.
accoutrement game
Yeah.
is. I
Yeah, little
also
sour
don't
cream.
buy into that.
Cornbread is good too with it.
I really don't buy into that notion of like when people are like, "How could you eat a hot soup on a hot day?"
You eat a hot meal in the winter.
Yeah, you eat hot meals all the time in a hot day.
I've read somewhere, or because I went to Costa Rica in the morning, we would have hot coffee, and I was told there it's good for your body temperature. It doesn't make you hotter. Yeah.
I have also heard that.
Something, I don't know what the science is, or I can't tell you, but they said drinking hot liquid doesn't make you like warmer, really.
Yeah, we're not scientists. We're ladies. We have lady knowledge.
If that was actually true, then it would change everyone's diet. The summertime, you just be eating like ice cream and What else? What else? Cold food is there?
I've also
food is
heard
hot.
it. I've heard
Salad?
it in like Indian culture. You know, it's so hot in India in the summer,
And they
but
have
it's, like,
spice.
hot tea.
Yeah.
It's like a big thing. If you're like feeling hot, you like have a hot tea because it does help regulate your body temperature. And conversely, drinking cold stuff actually makes you hotter.
Drinking cold stuff makes you hotter.
Yeah. I'm looking at you for affirmation. I'm like,
I don't know about that.
Well, I guess
heard
I would, if we're saying that hot liquids can regulate your temperature, why can't cold water
liquids.
make it warm? Maybe your body overcompensates.
Yeah, maybe your
Opposite
body's
day.
just like, what
Yeah.
the F is going on? I need to like heat up. I
Well-
like a room temperature. I'll do a room temperature.
I
water
love a
all
room
day.
temp water. I
Yeah.
don't like a cool water. I like a cool, like a glass of wine or like maybe a cocktail or something. Nothing else.
Where do you stand on bubble tea?
Interesting.
Good question.
It's just very controversial.
Yeah.
I don't like tea you can choke on. I'll say that.
I enjoy the tapioca balls. I really do. I like the
like it.
texture of it, and I
Yeah.
like a milky tea.
Well,
Is
I
it
love a
possible to
milk
be-
tea.
Is it possible? What do you think the stats are on bubble tea, gender wise? Do you think that like I anecdotally more women like bubble tea than men? Is that
Well,
the
it's kind
balls?
of marketed towards
I think
women,
white men don't
think.
like it.
Because
yeah.
of the sucking of the balls.
Yeah.
Well, I think, it seems like most bubble tea, the branding is very like cutesy. Like there's a tiny
That's
teddy
true.
bear,
Cat.
That's
a
true.
koala. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
A lot of
choco
bubble tea
cat.
places have great fried chicken though.
Yes.
Especially in New York.
Definitely.
Low-key, some of the best fried chicken I've had in New York City has
Well,
been at a
Yeah.
bubble tea place.
I've always say I feel like Koreans make the best fried chicken.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh,
We went to went to Japan, and every single piece of fried chicken that I had over there was better than anything I've ever had here. And
Yeah.
that was like 7-Eleven places.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
I believe it.
they probably have better food quality regulations.
That's probably.
I don't know. You go to Chinatown, they're smoking a cigarette directly outside the kitchen. Like they haven't busted. That doesn't not matter to me because my kitchen's probably dirtier than any restaurant.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I'm like, is the food good?
Is the food good? Ignorance is bliss.
If New York
Yes.
City, if they came and gave you like a food grade, like level A, B, C on your kitchen,
Oh,
what do
in
you
your
think you'd give
kitchen.
yourself?
Well,
I'm looking at a C.
You
think
get a
so?
C?
I think that's the base rate, and then because let's talk about the oven nooks and cranny where all the
Ooh,
crumbs
that's
go.
gonna get me a
I got
C.
probably there's some I get a once a year rodent situation, just one that comes and hangs out.
we get
Mouse?
stuff
Yeah.
that falls in
Handle a
the
mouse.
Yeah,
in the oven cracks, and then it's like, well,
I'm not getting in the nitty gritty. My fridge
you
is
can't get in there.
disgusting.
You'll get electrocuted.
Yeah,
Under the oven is I've never even considered moving my oven.
no,
Yeah.
I don't have the
Anything that
strength
falls
to do
underneath
it.
that,
What am I? A restaurant owner?
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
why.
move out situation. Anything
Yeah.
that falls under there will be there until this building
Right.
collapses.
I had a place that I loved dearly. They were shut down recently.
Yeah,
Restaurant?
Yeah, it was called Bluebell Cafe. It was right at 23rd and 3rd Avenue. We were going there like twice a week.
oh, they had good home cooked meal.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were beautiful, beautiful brunch, gorgeous omelet. They had homemade biscuits. They had really strong, great coffee from Irving Farms. And we go there one day and it's just shut down. And so now it's like we're just cast into like, it feels like we're swimming in the ocean trying to find a new breakfast place.
No heads up.
Yeah. It's crazy.
There is an emotional attachment that as a New Yorker you fall into with little places that mean nothing to anyone else outside of the city. Like I had a taco place that was a tiny little taco place in the East Village. And when it closed, I had I had a couple days. Of
There's a
emotion.
hole in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
No
want
one
your
can explain it.
tacos.
Yeah.
People in other neighborhoods of Manhattan or New York don't understand what you're talking about. But I'm like, the rice was different.
Because
Yeah.
it's so hard to find a good place here.
When you find it, you don't want it to ever change.
Yeah.
But too often it does.
Yeah.
That's-
Well, is it closed because of health violation or closed because bankruptcy?
I don't know.
You hope
I
it wasn't
it's-
health if you went there twice a week.
Well, I hope it was health because it's like you can pull out of that.
Yeah.
Like we just go there one day and it's like just black trash bags covering the windows. I was like still trying to get in. I'm like, well, maybe somebody's
food in there.
here.
Yeah.
They'll cook for us. They know us.
So when my taco place closed in the East Village, I had this idea, which I don't think could ever be a thing. But wouldn't it be nice, like your place that closed, my place that closed, that these restaurant owners and cooks and everything, those recipes don't just die.
Oh, they go to restaurant heaven?
They go to, often they open up other restaurants, but there's no way to track these people.
Oh, yes, that's true.
There needs to be like a restaurant tracker.
Oh,
Like restaurant
I was thinking
owner
restaurant
tracker.
heaven. Where they all die. And when we die, we get to go to our older restaurants. No, but I think that's an amazing app, like Restaurant Tracker.
Yeah, where'd
I would
they
use
go?
that.
I wanted to know where. I think her name's Gabrielle Hamilton, the chef at Prune. Her place closed during COVID.
Prune, I fucking loved that place.
Yes.
She's probably still out there cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where did she go?
Where?
Prune was such a good restaurant. I used to live right over
She's
by
a
there.
good writer. I suspect she's making money on books.
Writing cookbooks.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like that'd be a tough business
Or-
to get into.
She had a memoir that was really good. I forgot the name of it. Something like Butter and Bones or something.
I've been meaning to go to Uncle Boone's, which I loved, which closed. They have a new incarnation called Thai Diner, which is like all the rage of like the Chinatown restaurants right now. But it's like Thai, but it's a fusion where it's like diner, kind of
Diner
style.
Thai?
It's like diner Thai. It's like, how a lot of diners have like diner food, but they also have Greek food, and they kind of have like a fusion of that. It's like that, but with Thai food.
I can dig that.
Yeah, I'm dying to get down there. It looks amazing.
So what about this as an idea? What do we combine tracking these restaurant owners that I think is necessary? Also having restaurant heaven. What if there's just like a big food court where when your restaurant closes,
Oh
you
my
go
gosh.
in and you have stalls at this food court.
Oh my god, a smorgasbord.
And then we call it Restaurant Heaven, Second Chance Kitchen.
Oh, Second Chance Kitchen. I love
Second-
that.
Yeah, your restaurant closed. You try to do brick and mortar. You try to be the boss. Didn't work out. You go to Second Chance Kitchen. It's a shit show in there, but
Wow.
you can keep the life going.
Yeah,
Keep
kind
the
of
recipes going.
like a farmer's market of failed
Failed businesses.
restaurants. Yeah.
But you'd have to prove
like
that it
pop-up
wasn't
shops.
health violations.
Yeah. It was political. It was all
Like, we
political.
cook rats. Is that weird?
Well, in New York, I get it. It's too expensive. I don't understand how you have a restaurant here.
I know the rents, especially like in this area in Midtown, it's like everything is just getting jacked up. It's astronomical. No one can afford to. That's why all the omelets now are like $25.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I know. There's a diner that I go to here in Midtown East. It's like what they charge for breakfast. It's like it should be 5 breakfasts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to go and have it's very simple.
Well, that's like I like going to I do bodega, like the breakfast sandwiches where you're like, that's $5 with a coffee
Yeah.
and it's filling.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
a normal price.
I would do that all day.
Yeah.
A lot of these small businesses too, like especially restaurants, are now being replaced by like smoke shops. The smoke
I
shop
I've heard
business
this.
it's taking over New York, and no one.
It is
asked
a gold
me
rush,
on
yeah.
my block, right down here. It's like there used to be this nice little pizza place, closed down, mom and pop pizza place, turned into a smoke shop.
Are we
All
smoking
hours.
that much? I don't think that we
I
are.
don't think
Corner
that
needs
they're.
one,
Yeah, I
though?
don't think it's gonna. I think a lot of these are gonna close. I think people are like running for the gold rush, thinking they're like gonna get hugely wealthy. But it's like you're right. There's way more supply than there is demand at this point. Plus, people are still using their delivery service.
I was thinking. I was just thinking about like seeing people on the street, and I feel like I see less people vaping now than I did like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if the vape market is as hot as it used to be, but a lot of these smoke shops were created on like the vape craze.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a lot more accoutrements that
I
went
see
with
more
it.
people smoking and less people vaping now.
Yeah, I think I haven't vaped in years. I remember after when it was like, getting your lungs all collapsed, I was like, I think I might cut back.
Yeah, let's see what the long-term effects. At least I know with smoking you get cancer.
Yeah,
and
at
that's
least
up
we
to
know.
me.
The flavors are always fun. I never really vaped, but you'd be like, "Whoa, what is someone making pina colada?" It's like, no, that's just Zach. He's vaping nonstop.
I think smoking looks cooler because like vapors are sometimes like they look like they're sucking their thumb. It has like this. We're smoking kind of like it's cool.
Smoking's like, I don't care about dying. Vaping's like, I'm sad.
yeah,
They had to update all the airplane, what you can do and what you can't do on the plane announcements to include vaping. Like no smoking on the plane. That includes e-cigarettes and vaping.
Yeah.
I think they just say e-cigarettes. They don't say vaping.
Right, okay.
but do you?
You're like, can I do a hookah? Can I bring my hookah aboard?
I don't really get offended by vape smoke.
No,
right?
It doesn't really bother me.
Like
although
cigarette smoke, I can get why people are offended by it.
so pungent.
And it sticks on you.
Yeah, but a vape though, it's like if you're like vaping like strawberry donuts, I'm like, ugh, kind of grossed out by like your big exhalation of like strawberry donut fog that I'm like walking into. Like,
Yeah. But it also is like, that's your choice. Like when people are like grape, I'm like, you're a child. Yeah.
just eat grapes, you loser.
Would you just get some candy?
Yeah.
The other thing I was thinking about when I'm flying is like, based on how much they talk about it, how in your right mind would you ever want to pack a lithium battery at this point? They make it so hard to, like, I don't even know what a lithium battery is in.
What even is it?
I don't know.
They were in suitcases for a while. Remember those? They were like, "Is this suitcase got lithium batteries?"
one battery
because they were USB
exploded.
chargers.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
My suitcase is blowing up.
yeah.
Oh, I checked my bag today, and they're like, "Do you have lithium batteries in there?" I'm like, honestly, I don't know.
I don't know what
think
that
so.
is.
I got a phone charger.
I think that was a theory with the Malaysian plane. They were carrying lithium batteries.
Is that true?
Yeah, and they got on fire, and we're near the circuit board downstairs.
That's a lithium battery issue?
Theory. Well, because it exploded and then it caught the circuitry board on fire in the downstairs compartment where there's more of the IT area.
Oh, okay.
That was a theory. I saw this on Netflix. I'm not pulling this out of my asshole.
Lithium
Thank you.
battery.
We have cited.
I will say that podcast or doc, I was like, this is all over the place.
Oh, I
Just
started watching
any old
that. It was-
weirdo could throw out a theory and then they would put it on there.
Yeah.
Wasn't one of the theories that it was like a Russian hijackers who like went
Yes.
down there and then they never really explained that they just didn't escape. They were kind of just the mission was to die on the plane, I guess.
For what?
Netflix, these documentaries they're pumping out now, it's just like grab bag.
Yeah, like the guy's title was like aviation blogger. I'm like,
What?
what is that,
They're
weirdo?
very long-winded now with these documentaries. Like anything that would have been a 60 minutes episode is now like 9. Like they'll do 12 episodes.
Yeah.
They
Netflix
have like one
is so
theory.
disappointing.
One person saw a ghost, and it's like we need 8 more of these.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Even some of their miniseries are like a little bit long-winded.
Yeah, it could be a movie. Let's make this 90 minutes.
Yes.
I don't need to have a side story of what the cash register person's doing.
What was the one the Netflix, the one about the house in New Jersey where you live?
town,
yeah. What's the name of that documentary?
The Watcher.
The Watcher. Did you
Oh
guys
my
see
god!
that?
No, I couldn't
No.
get through it. I think I watched one, maybe 2
this a haunting?
episodes.
No, it's a great premise. It was like 8 episodes.
Yes.
It's basically people who live
It was
in a
the
house.
most slow-paced thing. After like halfway through the second episode, I was just like, nope. I can tell. I can get a sense when I'm about to like have my time wasted by Netflix. I'm like, this is Making a Murderer 2 all over again.
Yeah.
It's just like a guy in a big house who gets creepy letters. And you're like, how long could this possibly go? 9 hours.
It's
Really?
also 1% true.
Yeah.
It's so loosely based on the facts.
I
lived through it.
It like actually happened in New Jersey. Like someone got these creepy letters, and it easily could have been just like probably an average 90-minute movie, and they turned it into like 8 full episodes.
Oh
where
my
you're like,
gosh.
Is it the neighbor?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just dragging along.
It takes too
It's
long.
like Netflix, I guess they're just like they're not into playing the long game of like making good enough content that people stay subscribed. They're like, let's just trap people who are putting this on in the background.
I think people like to see new things, and I feel like they go for that instead of just all quality. They're just like, we'll just keep pumping out new stuff, or they used to,
Yeah.
and then now they're struggling more.
We've been on the TCM channel on Max now. That's what
Yeah.
we've been into. We saw the have
I
you seen
love
the piano teacher?
No.
Oh my god, it's absolutely jarring. Oh
When
my
did
God.
this come out?
2001. It's like a French
In
independent
French?
film. It is in French. I will say, I know that, but you when you start reading it, you get used to it. But I'm not going to say anything else about it except for it's fucked up and it's
I love
delightful.
fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
I was
delightful.
I was like, I bet Sarah and Joe have seen this movie because it is wild.
I'm into stuff like that. Well, I don't want to sound like a snob, but I definitely prefer foreign film storytelling than a lot of American
It's so well done.
Well, because we get
Yeah.
Marvel, and sometimes you're like, I just want a good human interest
Yeah, it's like
story.
the McDonald's movie.
I've been
Yeah,
off
some
Marvel for a
weird
minute.
shit. Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, like something that's like, oh, this is reflective of the complexity of the human condition, and not like, I'm sad, I need a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Here's one.
I know. Do you do all the? Are you just subscribe to everything?
This is what I do. I'm in a very haphazard game of chicken with I'll like subscribe to one, try to watch everything in a month, then I'll cancel it, then I'll go to the next one. But
Which
I
one
always
what was the last one you canceled?
I canceled Paramount Plus, and I'm about to cancel Showtime. And I just also canceled Apple because Apple TV has nothing on there. I find them talk about slow paced. Oof.
Yeah, I feel like Showtime you have to pay for a Showtime one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not bundled into something yet.
No.
I had it bundled
Or maybe
in my
on
Hulu,
Hulu?
but I only got it so I could watch season 2 of Yellow Jackets, which I thought was fine. It was worth it. It was worth accidentally paying for it for 4 months.
Yeah.
Like, that was $60. Okay.
I know, it's amazing how I think during COVID I had I was on everything.
Yeah.
But that's completely unnecessary. Amazon low key is one of the best ones because even if they don't have it, they're like, yeah, you can rent it, and which is way more economical.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I
going
want to
there
watch
next.
Cool Runnings tonight. It's like I'll pay
Ooh,
$2.99
good reference.
Yes.
right now.
Saw it in the
Runnings is a good
theater.
movie.
Yeah.
You saw Cool Runnings in the theater?
Yes, I did. Am I dating myself? I
No.
remember we thought it was
Older.
very fun.
I mean, I could have seen it in the theater. I just think I didn't.
Yeah, I
Cool
remember.
Runnings is a fun movie. John Candy, right?
Yeah.
John
It's like
Candy.
his
Who's
last.
he? Is he the coach?
He's like the ragtag coach.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cool Runnings is a good movie. Disney.
Well, now if you rent movies on iTunes or Apple, it's like sometimes you're $19.99. You're like, well, I should just go to the movie theater and watch this then.
I know.
Right.
Yeah. It's cheaper at the movie theater.
That's
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to the new Indiana Jones movie. I'm trying to keep my blinders to not read anything about it.
Okay.
Harrison Ford's 80 years old.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And he's like, I'm not going to stop.
Well, I think he seems like a guy that seems really funny. He's like, they just keep giving me money.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
so
he's
why
been-
just keep doing it?
Top of the game for 50 years.
Yeah, he was Han Solo.
Oh my God. Early photos of him.
Ooh, hot.
Probably one of the hottest actors.
Oh, absolutely.
Ever.
Harrison Ford?
Yeah.
Yes.
He's very cute.
You
Han
got to go back in the
Solo-
70s or 60s. He got fame later.
Yes.
Star Wars, I think he was close to 40.
Really?
Yeah.
He was a carpenter, wasn't he?
Yes.
He's a carpenter. Yeah.
Oh, so ladies love a
But he has
guy who works with his hands.
he has like a something about him where, especially in Star Wars, where he's like kind of an asshole that you're like,
What is
"Oh,
that?"
Talk down to me about
Yeah.
the spaceship.
About the spaceship.
Get away from there. Oh,
I don't know anything about your starship.
Yeah, but he's still I bet women still think he's hot at 80. I mean,
He's still
gotta be
attractive. He's still
he's gotta
attractive.
he doesn't have the Al Pacino eye, where
Yeah,
it's
that's
like his eyes
falling
like
off
just
his head.
drooping. Yeah.
You think he's got to be top 10 best looking 80-year-olds on earth?
Yeah, I don't know that I would.
Sam
fucking
Elliott,
know.
I think, is still pretty hot. I think he's
Okay,
approaching 80.
sure.
I love this hot what would you call them? Ocharian. Like
Wait.
people in their 80s.
Oh, octagons.
Octagons.
Octagons?
I think it's like octogenarian.
Yeah.
Octogenarian.
Yeah, because they're
Is that every day?
centurions.
Every
Yeah,
decade
yeah.
has one of those?
Centurion. Yeah.
Every decade of your life has
But what's
one?
90? Nonogenarian? I don't know.
That's actually a pretty good guess.
What if I came out with one? I'm like, you know who else is hot? Wallace Shawn.
Yeah.
You guys are like, ew, what? I'm like, love him. Love him in The Princess Bride.
Paul McCartney's he's got to be 80, right?
Yeah, he's approaching it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably had some work done. They've had
You think so?
Uh,
Elder British people always seem like 1,000 years older than they are.
yeah.
Have you ever done a deep dive on the theories that Paul McCartney died and that he's a stunt double?
I've
Paul McCartney
heard
that-
a little bit of that, but I've not really looked into it. I feel like the only conspiracy theories I'm into are the ones that are real, where it's like the oil companies are just ruining our country and they control everything.
You
You're
buy
like,
into
Yeah.
that 100%?
Oh,
You
yeah.
think aliens are popping down here?
No,
You
I
don't think
mean,
you don't believe in aliens?
I think there's a probability that there probably are aliens, but
Yes.
the permutation or the formula to get that to happen to us, it's so fucking, it's like pi.
Yeah.
To see the repeated pattern to get to the exact thing of a life form that we have. I don't know.
Exactly. No, you can like punch in the numbers into the formula and then it shows you what the likelihood is. There's a formula where they have like, okay, we have X amount of planets around our sun and then we're in this solar system that's part of a galaxy. So they have all these numbers that they can punch into a formula to see how likely is it that aliens are alive at this exact moment and like anywhere near to us. It's like close to zero.
Really?
Yeah, it's so...
But we
the
get
infinite,
so many
it's
sightings.
crazy.
Do you think people are just having episodes? Like, what do you think they're
Well, we
seeing?
have a lot of people that like to be the center of attention. Drama.
That's
And it's very
Delusion,
American. It's like all the
alcoholism.
sightings are in America
Yeah.
where people are like, I seen it.
How is every sighting too that they just don't have? It's everyone who has it never has a cell phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, here's the thing, like, because I used to work in the observatory in my college, so I love talking about aliens. But like, we're like, if this is what our galaxy looks like, right? Like
A sandwich.
a donut on its side, like right, like it's an oval. Like, guess where Earth is?
Middle.
We're
of it.
over here, dude. We're in fucking Montana. It would be like somebody from Montana accidentally meeting somebody from New York City.
But do you think that we have all of that right on the size and scope?
Oh
of
yeah,
the
they can
galaxy?
tell.
You think
Yeah.
we know?
Oh, they can see it. They can see it with like cameras. Yeah.
I sometimes think about that. Like maybe it's we think we're right, but we don't know.
Well, but I mean, you can't argue with like what you can see though.
But
You can
what
see
if-
like take a picture of it and then like we have pictures of our own galaxy and we can see it like, or you can see it like at night, but we're all the way over on the side and then in the middle. If we were closer to the middle, maybe we would see aliens.
I think you're right that what we're seeing is what we're seeing. But I'm saying, what if
Yeah.
what we're seeing isn't what we're seeing?
What if we're in a
Oh.
what if we're in a freaking computer? Okay,
No, but like
I could go there.
But I
Yeah.
like the
Let's go
idea
there.
of sometimes thinking of like to use that comparison of like
Yeah.
you see what you see.
Yes.
That's like saying like, okay, you have a snow globe and there's a house inside the snow globe, and like you're saying, well, yeah, I can see it. That is a house.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you zoom out, you'd see it is a house, but it's not a real house. It's a house inside of a snow globe. And what if like the universe is like that? It's like we think we see everything of what it is, but we just haven't zoomed out enough to see that
Yeah.
it's something else.
Yeah, there could definitely be like multiverses, you know, like we can only see the universe, so we don't know what's outside of it.
I will say my favorite alien theory, which makes the most sense to me, honestly, is that the aliens that we see or sightings or whatever is actually just us from the future.
I like that.
Ooh, time travel.
Well, it's like a form of evolution.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
all you have to do to make that a reality is understand that sometime in human history, it could be 1,000,000 years from now, 100,000 years from now, at some point we invent time travel.
Yes.
And we have evolved over that time to look
Yeah.
different. And wouldn't we want to go back and like look at stuff?
That's a good theory. I mean, that would explain why like all the aliens have like arms and legs like us, and just like a bigger head,
It's
giant
just us.
giant eyes from like looking at their phones.
Yeah.
But
It's like, I don't know, I saw an alien and he was tweeting.
Yeah, like I'm gonna go back in time and molest some people. They're all like perverts, just like molesting everyone.
Yeah, they're on like
That would make sense with the anal probing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like kind of like tourism in the future. Like what year do you
Yeah.
want to go back to?
And do you want an anal probe? Here's your
on it.
anal
Yeah.
probe.
All the aliens are just fucking pedophiles. That's great.
I don't know. I sometimes think about aliens and stuff. But I was in
I like the idea of them, and I get that way with I don't. It's not a theory to like for sure. There's a high chance that could be out there, but
Yes.
I'm like that with ghosts. I don't believe in
Same.
them, but I love the idea of them.
Oh, I would love to meet a ghost.
Yes.
Ooh,
A
haunt me.
haunting? Yes.
Oh my
I
god.
feel like haunting. Do you think there's equal probability of hauntings being real, ghosts being real, or aliens being real?
I feel
aliens being real.
aliens. Yeah,
You feel like
more.
there's higher probability in aliens than ghosts?
yes,
Definitely.
So what do you think people are seeing though? Like I agree that like there is a widespread when people see ghosts. It ranges from like my cabinets are moving to like there was a fucking guy in my bed. So what do you think? So
The ghost look like my gardener. They look like Peter.
I think you're having an affair. Well, that's the thing. is, like, whenever somebody tells me their ghost story, I cannot start laughing how ridiculous it gets.
Yeah.
There's and you got to imagine on both ghosts and aliens, there has to be at least majority bullshit. Even if you say aliens are real or ghosts are real, statistically, there has to be a lot of them that are just bullshit too.
Yeah, I mean, I just think about how out of touch with reality I am on a day-to-day basis when I'm like, does Sarah hate me? Or like, you like get a weird look and you're like, I knew that guy fucking hated me. And then they're like, hey, and you're like, he loves me.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just can't imagine like actually perceiving reality in an objective way. And I don't think anybody else is either.
Yeah.
I think aliens being real, it's also interesting too because they have nothing is in sync. Like they got different ships, they look different, people see different things.
Oh, that's true. There's
no uniformity.
Yeah, there's not like 1,000 different types of aliens all coming here and we've just never heard of any of them.
Yeah, but the same thing with ghosts.
But I will say though, that guy on Netflix, I forget what his name is, but he worked at Area 51 and he was the guy that he was talking about the ship that he saw and it sounded real.
That sounded pretty real.
What was that documentary? That was one on Netflix. And I can't remember the guy's name. It was like Alan Luz or something. No, that's not even close.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
The documentary was so infuriating, though. I remember that one because it was like one of those ones where the documentarian inserts himself
I hate that.
unnecessarily.
Yeah.
It's like
They become the personality.
Yeah, like, one guy has seen and worked with a spaceship, but it's the camera's on you, like typing away for some reason, and you're lost.
And you're like, I'm thinking about. I hate
You got
that.
a call coming in. It's like no one cares.
A documentary when the documentarian is like the star of it is infuriating.
That's why Ken Burns is the best.
Ken Burns is great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
stay
never
away.
in there.
The only thing he invented was a slow zoom.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they're so in depth.
Ken Burns, he'll be like, what, baseball? We need 4,000 episodes.
Yes. Yeah. I watched.
4,000 episodes in a book.
I think I got all the way through the Vietnam one. But
Yeah.
by the time you get to the end, you're like, I don't remember what happened.
Yeah.
You know,
Can we recap?
I would hate to be one of Ken Burns' editors. You know, you got like
Oh my
40,000
gosh.
hours of footage.
Tons of photos.
I would hate to be his
To
kid.
import,
He's like, let
yeah.
me tell you something. You're like, no.
For $1 million, I couldn't tell you what Ken Burns looks like. Either.
Oh, he has bad hair.
Does he?
I don't mean to be judgy and body shaming, but it's real. It's like Ron
That
Paul
hair?
Jr. hair.
Oh my God, hair
He's got to be
shaming.
up there too.
Yeah.
So he's not top 10 under 80.
No.
Ken Burns.
Google him when you get a chance, and you'll be like, "Good God!"
I'm gonna do it later.
It could be a piece
Right before I go to
It looks
bed.
like a piece. Yeah, right before you go to bed.
Oh, my dentist has a toupee, and it is noticeable. It is.
I've been down the hair.
I've seen it a few times in the wild, and you're like, "Sir,
Sir, who do you think you're fooling?
Bald is better, right? From a lady's
bald
perspective.
is better."
Yes.
Yeah.
You look, bald guys, they have like a virile quality to them.
Yeah.
That you're like, oh, but
Or get the plugs, but like the
yeah.
piece.
Plugs is tough too, but you gotta,
That's expensive.
So
But now
you-
you can go to Turkey for cheap, and they put you up in nice hotels.
oh, and there's an
Going to
earthquake.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Huge advertisement in LaGuardia.
Yeah.
You got 1,000 follicles for $4,000.
And they put you up in a
Wow.
hotel. And apparently somebody had flown back from Turkey, and it's just
I saw
guys
that picture.
bandaged.
Everyone getting bandaged up. That's
Oh
tough.
my
That's
God.
tough.
Wow.
A lot of famous guys though are getting filled in.
Yeah, and the
It's not-
hair.
You can't go like
There's no
from-
more Bruce Willis's.
or like Jason Alexander.
Yeah, Jason Stratham. I love
can't
Jason
do it.
Alexander is like, oh, that hot bald guy.
He kind of famously though a few times like will just go out with like a toupee and just not mention it, but do a full blown interview.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I like the videos you see on TikTok where like the guy goes into the salon and they do like the full on like glued.
Yeah,
to
where
yeah.
they're
the
like this to their head.
Yeah.
But I'll
Yeah.
tell you, as someone who's losing their hair,
Yeah.
I will say that the toupee and I all those guys, I think it's because my phone hears me. I get all those videos on TikTok
you?
too.
Yeah.
Every
Yes.
day I open, I'm like, oh God, they're tracking me.
Yeah.
And like I think there's something about a toupee that's not, complete. It's temporary,
Yes.
where you can dabble in it.
Yes.
Yeah, because women like wigs, and there's no
yeah.
shame in that.
Yes.
There's a lot of women
Or
that wear wigs or
extensions.
hair extensions, and
Yeah.
that's the norm. I'm never like, What are you wearing?
Look at her with her fake hair. Yeah. It's like, oh, of course, we
gluing
love
to
a
your
wig.
head is
Yeah,
a
I want
little
fuller
bit-
hair.
That seems like that's got to do.
Well,
some
if you're going to
major
work
damage.
out and then you have glue on your scalp, it feels like it would.
It's very close to how I feel about wearing false eyelashes. I like the look, but it's such a risk. I'm like, is it here? Is it falling off? Did I put it on wrong where it's so inside the eye that I'm cross-eyed? That's how I feel about the piece is like, oh, you got to make sure it's put on correctly or you're coming out with some.
You also got it's a major time and money investment too to have a toupee that looks good all the time. Like you got to be going in there, I think once or twice a month to do. They got to cut it.
Yeah.
I think, or you get new
Yeah,
ones.
I think it's like twice a month or
That's
it's
a
like
lot of
But
maintenance.
extensions
getting a
are like
trim.
that too.
Yeah, same with extensions.
It's
You do-
maintenance.
Extensions are very high maintenance, and you have to be like really
they
careful
hurt.
how the way you wash your hair. You know, it's
I've
a
gone
lot.
through different justifications on would I pop off on a toupee and try it.
I think you would look good. I think you would look good with it. I mean, like, you know, in the case of my dentist, it's like, can we expect that this 70s guy has a full chili bowl? I mean, it just doesn't make sense by like science.
And to have that dark hair color at that age.
Yeah.
Where it's so thick. I mean, they don't know how to make it. The ones that I see are so fake
It's like,
looking.
you're not a Sandy brunette.
Yeah.
Some of them look really terrible. I got over quarantine. They have this thing in Japan or China that's called kabuki,
Okay.
and it's a little powder, and you shake it on your head.
Okay.
And I don't know what it does, but it like expands your hair follicles.
Yeah. It's like
Oh.
It was
texturizer
incredible.
kind of.
You shake, like a texturizer. And
Yeah.
I got it, and I was like, I'll try it out. No one's gonna see me for months. So I started shaking it to see what it looked like. It was incredible. I'll show
Wow.
you before and afters.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, a lot of women do it. Like, you know, as you get older, you also lose hair. Like I have a little light in this area, and you can get like things to kind of like powder to like fill it in so it looks like it's fuller, but it's not like hair particles that you're putting in.
I
Yeah.
like the idea of being able to. The surgical stuff is really tough.
Is it you afraid of like a surgery?
Well, yeah, because it's surgical, so that you can have things that go wrong with that. Plus, I don't like the idea of the chase of like, okay, so you fill in the follicles, you get what you can do, but then that doesn't stop your hair from falling out. So now you have now you're spending thousands of dollars at this place every year or every couple of years to chase
Yeah.
it.
That's like veneers.
Yeah.
That's a commitment.
Veneers fall out?
Yeah, you have
Oh,
to get
yeah,
them
they're
replaced
like
every 10 years or
5
so.
to 10 years.
And
they
it's
can-
expensive.
Yeah, even
Do
just like
veneers
pop
stay
off.
in your head, or do you have to come out every night?
They stay on. They like file your tooth down and then they put like
So
a
like critter
porcelain-
teeth. They're
Yeah.
like thin little critter teeth. So you can't ever go back to your natural teeth again.
Do people do veneers for aesthetic purposes or because
Yes.
they have
Yes.
cavities or something?
Yeah, it's for like aesthetic. Like if you see somebody, a lot of people that have them in like commercial acting, like when you see somebody that has like perfect white teeth, those are always veneers.
Most celebrities do. Like I'm pretty sure Tom Cruise has them.
Famously has veneers.
Yeah. I bet you could Google up all the celebrities that have them.
Expensive?
A
They
lot
gotta
of
be
them.
Expensive.
They're
Yes.
like I went to look into getting them one time. This was like 10 years ago, and I think 10 years ago they were saying, maybe even this was like 15 years ago. Then it was like $600 a tooth.
$600,
But you have to
you gotta
get
be all in.
you have to
can't
do the
have two great
entire
teeth.
Yeah.
smile. Yeah. So it was like,
They're like,
yeah.
hi.
Hi.
like Jim Carrey.
So you got to do, how many teeth do people have? 26? I
So,
made that
yeah.
up.
You have to do like, I think you just have to do like the ones you can see. So it's like the 8 on the top and like the 10 on the bottom.
Yeah, you're
you're
So
probably.
it's like about
18
10
times.
grand. Yeah.
$10,000.
Yeah.
I think it's gone up.
yeah. It's probably.
And this is another one. I think a lot of people go to other countries to get it done
Veneers?
too. Yes, because it's cheaper in another country.
Oh,
You
yeah.
think supply chain affected veneers? Like, what does veneer come from? Like, what does veneer mean? Is that like
It can be
diamond?
porcelain. It can be porcelain,
Porcelain.
but it can also be other stuff too.
Wood? Didn't George Washington have wood teeth?
Yeah, my front
they
teeth
were-
are porcelain.
Are they?
Yeah, but they just covered the previous teeth
So it's not a
underneath.
veneer.
No, but every now and then when I had braces, it fell off, and I remember being devastated because I have a horrific stain from taking medicine when I was a kid.
Stain on your
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
tooth? Can you bleach it out?
No, it's that bad. It was from my asthma
that's what
medication.
My stains are from. They're
yeah.
from medicine. Yeah, because it like seeps into the tooth.
Yeah.
I have stains, but you kind of can't see them. Nate, can you? You see them?
Not really.
Nobody ever notices unless I'm on camera, and then they think that it is lipstick. And they're like, "Hey, let's pull you. You have a little lipstick." I'm like, "I promise you, I don't."
Yeah.
Do they tell you that like there's a possibility that you're gonna have? I've never heard of that. I never knew that like oral medication, like a pill, could do that.
Yeah. I think they didn't know in the 80s. They're just like, whatever. I mean, my mom's doctor told her that she should not quit smoking because it would be too stressful for her when she was pregnant.
Your body will shut down.
Yeah. I am also from Indiana, so it might be that. But yeah. They're like, we don't want you to stress yourself with a baby in there. Have a drink. Have a couple.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Wild, right?
I know. I can't imagine doing anything that is permanent altering. I think is too stressful, and also I can't imagine there's many other things that guys do or could do that puts them in that position. Where I feel like girls have more options. Like you see like girls who get like boob jobs or butt jobs or all that stuff, or lip injections or blah blah. I don't know, all that stuff. They're making like semi-permanent or permanent decisions, and a lot more women do it than men. But men, I can't think of anything. Hair is definitely would be the number one thing. But outside of that, like you don't see guys getting like bicep implants.
Oh yeah. Well,
or maybe they do.
Those one guys were. It was a thing last summer, a few summers ago, when guys were getting turned into chads.
Yes.
They were going into extreme plastic surgery.
I've seen calf surgery.
Calf surgery. What a weird thing. What girls like? I love these guys.
Yeah.
But I will say, Jiggy, you look great, and you don't need to change anything.
I've decided I'm gonna go non-surgical.
That's great.
Yes.
I'm gonna wear a pizza hat till I'm 19.
Oh, it's
Tim
fantastic.
McGraw, he pulls it off quite nicely,
Yeah,
and
it's
he's
the
always
young
wearing a
man's
hat.
toupee.
Yeah.
No, look, I actually don't mind losing my hair. I think it's okay.
I also feel like it depends how you wear it, but you talk to most women, I don't think baldness is something that they give a shit about.
Yeah, I think that women don't care really that much. I've never been like, ew, bald.
Yeah. I've been that way also with the short king situation.
Same. Yeah.
I've never been deterred because a guy was shorter, but I have turned down a guy for more vain reasons. Horrific shoes.
Bad
shoes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It
And
just
that
shows
you
you're
can
out of
help.
touch.
Yeah.
You're
So
like,
I don't feel
can
bad
fix
about
him.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. I've turned down guys like,
Or outfits.
yeah, like
Bad fits.
command of the English language was not strong.
Yes.
And I felt like, or like, I went on a few dates with this Australian guy, and I just could not understand what he was saying. I was like, this is never going to work, because I just kept being like,
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like dating again now.
How long were you with your wife before you guys got married?
We met in 2017. So
Okay.
and then we got married just last year. But I feel like the game has completely changed in New York. Like I remember I was here when all the apps were just rolling out.
Yeah.
And everyone was kind of like in it. Everything was in its infancy, and I feel like people were kind of like excited and like. What was an app that I thought was the most fun? I don't know if you guys were here for God. What was the name of it? It was a dating app that you went on a triple date.
Oh, that's fun.
Oh, that's like an MTV game show.
It was called Grouper.
Grouper. Okay.
Grouper was only around for like maybe a year.
Yeah.
And I lived in the East Village with 4 other roommates, so we were always bouncing.
Oh my God,
each
I
other's
love
groupers.
it.
And the way that it worked is like you matched. Grouper had like a person who would match you with 3 other people, and then you had your group. Everyone in your group had to pay $20. They all paid $20, and the idea was that you went on this triple date. Everyone's first drink you're paid for by initiating to go on the date.
Okay.
And then Grouper sends you a place like an hour before the date's supposed to start, of a secret location of where you all go.
God, this
and then you
sounds
have 3 guys.
like a
Highly
rich man's
complicated. Yeah.
prank.
And you'd show up, and it was always a disaster.
Really?
It never worked out.
Sounds
my gosh.
crazy, but in a weird way enjoyable.
Yes, fun.
Like
Safe.
a good story.
All the dates I went on when I was single in New York, and there were a lot. I don't remember hardly any of them, but I remember every Grouper one.
Oh my gosh.
Of course.
We probably did like 5 or 6 of them, and they were all memorable. Like guys like competing over like, well, I like Sarah. It's like, well, I like Sarah, and then they're like in the bathroom fighting about who's gonna get the girl that was either way cuter than the other ones or whatever, or was into it, because 3 girls, one of them always didn't want to be there. That was
Sounds right.
consistent.
The bitchy friend.
All
like,
the groupers
whatever.
I went on, there was one girl who either was there for only half the time, showed up way late,
So
didn't give
funny.
a shit, and then that threw the whole dynamic off. So it didn't last more than like 6 months. But I feel like now, I don't know. I don't know what people are doing now.
It's true. It's kind of wild. I was working on a joke about this, not to like pitch my joke to you guys, but you know, you meet everybody now by online. You know, it's like I remember when it first started, when I moved here, when people would do like, you know, like I met my boyfriend online, but it'd be like, we have to think of a different story.
Yeah,
like
it's
you saved me in a
embarrassing.
fire, you know. And now it's like, oh, you met him in real life. You're like, oh my
gross.
god, like, are you okay? Like, what happened? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I feel like there is a vetting process that online does help.
Yeah.
I like my vetting process to be within the community, my network.
Yes.
Yes. I'm not into the random like strangers.
It does suck when you meet somebody and you think that they're cool and then you slowly realize that they have no friends. And yeah, it's like, what a red flag to just be like, yeah, I have no one. Like, I'm good.
Yeah. But it's my theory of whenever you move into a new scene or you move to like a new state or country, that you end up sleeping with the village idiot.
Yes.
And it's usually the first person that greets you and you're like, this guy seems really nice.
Yeah.
And then after you've been there for it, you're like, oh my God, I slept with the idiot that everybody knew about. But they were like, wait, he just got to you first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Want to have coffee and write? You're like, I do.
Oh
my God,
I remember
100%.
seeing like the discrepancy between the girls that I would see and date and like what they looked like or their personality, and then to when you'd sometimes get to like where they live.
Oh my
In
God.
New York City, sometimes it would be like a massive discrepancy. I'd be like into a girl and then I'd go to her place. I'm like, you live here? It'd be like, you know, she'd be like in a bunk bed situation, like in the
Ooh,
kitchen,
yeah.
and there'd be like shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Messy
I would-
apartment is a turn off.
For me, that would be, I think I was a little judgy on the living situation.
I have a theory that a lot of extremely hot girls are slobs.
1,000,000%.
Their cars are hoarders. It's like they're always in a situation where they have to go
Yes.
because everything's being thrown at them. So it's
Yeah.
like nothing's organized in their life because so much
It's very
dick is being thrown at them. They're like, I'm going to
They
a
don't have time
yacht.
to clean.
Yeah.
So I don't have laundry and I have to buy a new outfit and there's just like G-strings everywhere or like
Yeah.
cupboard doors open.
And the hot girl lifestyle is taxing.
yeah.
You're gluing eyelashes into your face. You don't have time to organize your desk.
I was we were in Toronto yesterday, and like a lot of young people in Toronto, and like all these good-looking girls are walking the streets, and every girl who was like under 25 looked like they all had a problem in their phone. They all walk around like there's something going
interesting.
on, either a friend boy issue, like they are just like they're diving into some crap that's happening.
Well, it is. I remember hearing a story about a friend of mine whose wife just recently died of cancer, and he was back to going on dating, and then he was dating a younger girl, and she was giving. It was some small dilemma, and it was like a big ordeal. And he was like, "I don't know, dude. My wife died." Like he just, like there's bigger things in life than this bullshit. I think as you get older and deal with more stuff, you just realize that stuff's not important.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And that's why I think that like having big age gaps can be tough. When you go, when you see guys who date girls who are like, just out of college, or you have just no life experience yet. And I think it's refreshing sometimes when you have someone who can share something with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like when you're at a really young age, a lot of the times you're just caught up into the minutia of life. And then like,
You're like, ooh, I want a sugar daddy. I want like a boyfriend. But then it's like, you can't connect with them.
yeah. Well, and it's weird too. Met girls. One time I was asking girls about their red flag and one girl was like, I just don't like picky eaters. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a red flag.
Yeah.
And come back to me when you're 35.
And you've experienced psychosis.
Yeah, because mine was like later on in life. I'm like, I don't know. They have good hygiene. He likes me back, and he doesn't have a huge porn addiction.
Yeah.
That's all I ask for. Yeah, it's never like a huge romantic gesture later on.
Yeah, and often like a lot of those, I think guys who date girls that are in their early 20s, it's like they're not themselves developed, and it's like you wouldn't. They're like, oh, there's no good women my own age. It's like, yeah, they don't want to be with you because you're like a child to them.
Yeah, you're wearing like cargo shorts.
Yeah.
With,
they're like, all the women in their 40s are bitches. It's
Yeah,
like, are
well-
they? Are they just bitches to you?
Yes, and maybe stop calling them bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I have an age gap relationship, but we didn't start dating until I was in my 30s. So
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like
different
that-
when
yeah,
you have
that
time. You have
definitely
time.
Changes things.
30s and 40s are kind of the same age
Yeah.
in a way, I think.
They blur together much differently than like if you're 21 and like 37.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or like, I've seen, especially in the summer when it's like intern season here, you'll see like some guys who are in their like late 20s or early 30s with like a 19-year-old intern. It's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Where can you go? That girl's a kind of, not to be mean, but she's a burden.
Yeah, you're like just picking her up from
Can't get
school.
anywhere. Yeah.
You go to like Dallas barbecue every day. That's it. It's like just but yeah, it's crazy. I wanted to wrap up. I wanted to make sure that you guys can plug your show. You can go into that one there, so you can talk about your podcast. I know you guys have a show and performing. Are you guys on the road this summer? We talked briefly about it.
A little bit. Well, I do actually have my comedy special, Feeling of Emptiness, is available on my YouTube for free. It's youtube.com/Katie Hannigan Forever. So please do check that out. That's the only thing I'll promote. And then we have our podcast, Lady Journey, that we would love.
Subscribe to YouTube. At Lady Journey Podcast.
Yeah, we have a free YouTube. We have free episodes out every week. We're on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We have a Patreon if you're rich and you weren't offended by anything that we said about soups.
These chowder girls are crazy.
They said peas were legumes.
But thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you guys
thank
so much
you.
for coming on. Really appreciate it. And we'll be back next week with another episode. Until next time.
All right.
See you.